Hey, welcome to Vintage Television Commercials. Really appreciate you clicking on this video. We're going to dive deeper into one of our most popular videos, vintage television commercials for products that no longer exist. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about these products and the companies that made them. Thanks so much. Hope you enjoy. This 1975 commercial for Zing Tennis by Aurora was advertised as, "It's like playing championship tennis on a tabletop." Aurora released several other tabletop games during the late 1960s and early 70s featuring Don Adams, like Skittle Baseball, Skittle Pool, and Skittle Scoreball, among others. One of the most popular games was Monday Night Football, released in 1972, featuring Dallas Cowboys quarterback Roger Staubach. This was one of the first computerized board games which were becoming popular in the 1970s. These games were all released under the brand name Aurora, which was short for Aurora Plastics Corporation, a company in New York founded in 1950 known for its hobby kits, model car, airplanes, and action figures. When the original founders retired, the company was sold in 1969 to a group of private investors who expanded into the toys and games market with limited success. The family of the original founders of Aurora have tried to reintroduce the brand several times in recent years, but with no success. Caravel was introduced in 1966 by the Peter Paul Candy Company and was similar to Nestle's $100,000 bar, which is now just known as the 100-gram bar. Advertised as indescribably delicious, Caravel was made of crisp rice, milk chocolate, and caramel. There have been unsubstantiated claims that Caravel had a shelf life problem, which could possibly be one of the reasons it was discontinued sometime around late 1977 or early 1978. However, this was around the same time that Peter Paul Candy Manufacturing Company was acquired by Cadbury. In 1988, Cadbury sold Peter Paul and their entire U.S. chocolate business to Hershey, and it is still a candy-making division within the Hershey Company today.
Hey, kids. Have you heard about the new Post cereal? It's called Beep Beep.
So this Post Beep Beep cereal was absolutely the product that got the most comments on the video. As many people pointed out, this is what they call an animatic, which is a preliminary version of a commercial produced by shooting successive sections of a storyboard and adding a soundtrack. People in the comments and online forums that I looked at claim that the voiceover is actually done by William Conrad, who also narrated Rocky and Bullwinkle, among other things. But I was unable to find anything to confirm that claim. Post created this test market animatic in 1968, but there's really no evidence to ever show that an edible cereal was ever made, and it never made it to stores.
31, 32, 33. 66 Marlin. That's bigger than I thought.
This commercial from 1966 featured the Rambler by American Motor Companies. The model was only made from 1965 to 1967 with approximately 17,500 built. The Marlin was a fastback version of the mid-size two-door hardtop Rambler Classic. Originally, the Marlin was launched under the Rambler brand, but for 1966 and 1967, it was renamed the AMC Marlin. When it was first introduced in 1965, the Marlin was heavily publicized and ran ads in 2,400 newspapers on launch day. The MSRP was $3,100, which would be close to $30,000 today. The Marlin ceased production at the end of the 1967 model year, and AMC was eventually sold to Chrysler in 1987.
Marlin by American Motors, where quality is built in, not added on.
This is Corn Silk.
In 1965, Schulten introduced a new Corn Silk makeup range after acquiring the E. Wright Company from Decatur, Illinois.
Hour after hour, holds delicate moisture.
Made from finely ground corn cob, these translucent powders were perfect for achieving the coveted natural look of the 1960s and 70s, and their oil-absorbing properties made them a hit with the youth market. As well as loose and pressed face powders, the Corn Silk range also included a foundation, as well as both powder and cream blushers. Cosmetic sales for Schulten began to decline in the early 70s, and the company merged with American Cyanamid in 1971, who kept the Shelton name for their consumer care division. From there, the Corn Silk brand takes a wild ride, exchanging hands multiple times. I counted at least 5 companies. Today, it's actually being sold under the Sally Hansen brand, which is available on Amazon and Walmart, among other places.
I don't know what you were so nervous about, Eddie. It's my wedding, not yours. Got a sore throat, hurts when I swallow. Well, you know what you ought to do for that, don't you? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Take Spec Tea by Squibb. Helps me
This Spec Tea cough drops commercial from the 1960s featured comedians Jack Burns and Avery Schreiber, better known as the comedy team Burns and Schreiber.
Persuasion, huh?
No, I'm not persuaded.
Spec Tea cough drops were manufactured by the Squibb Company, which was founded all the way back in 1858. In 1989, Squibb merged with Bristol-Myers to become Bristol-Myers Squibb, one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. In November 2000, the FDA issued a public health advisory against PPA, one of the drugs found in Spec Tea cough drops. The FDA requested that drug companies discontinue marketing PPA, which was found in many common cold medicines.
You know what's poppin'? New Incredibubble! The bubblegum that...
Do you remember Incredibubble? This commercial from the 1980s claimed it was the bubblegum that popped in your mouth.
Bubblegum. It pops inside your mouth.
An article in the Washington Post in 1980 claimed that the maker of Incredibubble, General Foods Corporation, sent over 100,000 elementary and high school principals a letter on the delights of Incredibubble bubblegum, claiming it was a fun and safe product. In November 1985, General Foods was acquired by Philip Morris Companies, now Altria Group Inc., for $5.6 billion, the largest non-oil acquisition at that time. A few years later, Altria merged General Foods with Kraft Foods. There are similar products today like Pop Rocks bubblegum, but it does not appear that Incredibubblegum made it past the 1980s.
And not worry about my dentures coming loose, not even because of moisture. I use a new denture adhesive, Fast Teeth Cream.
This commercial from the 1970s for Fast Teeth Denture Adhesive Cream was made by the Clark Cleveland Company in New York.
It's specially made to hold up to moisture in your...
This product was first sold in 1927 as a powder, but as advertised in the commercial, the new cream claimed to hold dentures firmer and longer. On January 1, 1969, Clark Cleveland was acquired by Richardson Merrill Inc., and its operations were consolidated into its Vicks Chemical division. By 1971, the New York plant had been shut down. After a quick Google, I found that you can still purchase old boxes of Fast Teeth on eBay today.
Man, is perspiration not a big problem for you? Small problem? Medium problem? Now, no problem with new Burma Blockade deodorant.
You probably don't remember the Burma Blockade deodorant, but you might remember another product that was made famous by the Burma Vita Company. The deodorant itself was never a success, but the Burma Vita Company was best known for a product they started in the 1920s called Burma Shave, a brushless shaving cream product for men. The company was notable for its innovative advertising campaign, which included rhymes posted all along the nation's roadways. Typically, 6 signs were placed about 100 feet apart, with each of the first 5 containing a line of verse, and the 6th displaying the brand name. The marketing worked, and by the late 1930s, Burma Shave became the second highest selling business shaving cream in the U.S. The signs along the highway became notorious with the Burma Shave brand, and at their height of popularity, there were 7,000 Burma Shave signs stretching across America. In 1963, the Burma Vita Company was sold to Philip Morris, which began removing the signs. In 1966, the manufacturing operations moved to New Jersey and production discontinued soon after. Also by 1966, every last sign disappeared from America's highways. And that's it. I hope you know a little bit more about these products and the companies that made them. If I got anything wrong, please let me know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like us and subscribe to Vintage Television Commercials. We certainly appreciate it. Thanks so much.